There we go. Let me just open this up too so I can see this a little better. We'll put that there. My stomach is growling. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I ate today though, quite a bit, so nobody freak out. I think it's because I've been eating so much more than I typically do that my stomach is like getting hungrier than usual. Okay, let me get this open. There we go. All right. Hi, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Hive. Wow, what an amazing raid. So amazing, that's crazy. Hive, thank you. No, but in all honesty, Hive, thank you so much for the raid. You are doing wonderfully. I am very proud of you. Thank you so much for the raid. I am very impressed with all of your progress. Congratulations, Hive. I hope your streams are going wonderfully. Xanamus, what's up? Eric, Reg, Kuro, Hater, Gaming. What is up? I might have missed some of you guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me. Can you guys hear my stomach growling? I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I did have more than 3 cookies today, but I also ate 4 cookies today,
Help.
believe it or not.
I was kidnapped by Hive. Hit him in his hurt shoulder and save me.
In his hurt shoulder? What happened to his shoulder? Hive, what happened to your shoulder? Carl, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I'm
Happy
sleeping too much.
birthday, dear Germ. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, PR, happy birthday! Happy
We'll wish our
birthday,
boy
PR!
Happy birthday, B.
Cheers! Cheers, cheers, cheers. I have a glass of wine because I literally feel like I want to smash this up against like the table and fight anyone who calls me about work. But you know, we're gonna channel all of that frustration and we're gonna put it towards positivity for PR. So PR, happy birthday. I am so happy for you. I hope you had an amazing day. Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Sam, what is up? How are you doing? Alba, what's up? Snake, how are you? Luke, how are you?
Happy birthday, PR.
PR, what have you done for your birthday? I mean, I know the best birthday present is being here in the stream with us, but what have you been up to? How has your day been? Karo?
Yes, I am work calling. Can I ask you a favor?
What would that favor be? I am so overworked. Like, how is it not Friday already? This has been such a crazy week, and it just never ends. Drago, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. How are you doing? Preston, thank you so much for being a sub for 25 months. I really appreciate you.
Happy birthday, PR.
Thank you.
Lucky
Retsu,
duck
what's
having me
up? Matt,
actually
what's up?
remember your birthday.
Retsu, you're asking for a smacklin.
Thank
You're
you,
asking for
everyone.
a smacklin,
Antisera love,
Retsu.
Antisera
Indy,
smooches.
what's up? Just ignore everyone but PR.
Okay, so everyone ignore B and just talk to at Prayerm too since it's his birthday.
That would be absolute madness. Come on now. You might actually succeed in making me think that I'm crazy. Lieutenant Dan, how are you doing? Martin, what is up? Hi, thank you for the donation.
You're my favorite Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Also B, I hugged my cat and dislocated my shoulder.
What?
I wish I were kidding. Come gibbet kisses and maybe put your boot eye cheeks on it and make it better.
I can hear my stomach growling. You tried to hug your cat and you managed to dislocate your shoulder as you were hugging your cat? My stomach is growling. I don't know what to do. How does one dislocate their shoulder hugging a cat? I must say, in all of my experience as a nurse, I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Sam, that I could not tell you. It might just be Nightbot, some preset filtering. Because it's certainly not me.
Hype wave best smile on Twitch B.
Can you guys hear my stomach? My stomach is like growling like crazy. Elite, what's up? How are you doing? Ferillis, what's up? Two Rivers, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. And your cat says because kimchi is pretty easily to dislocate. I highly doubt your cat is as big as kimchi. There'd be no way.
Okay, so I
You don't
heard you
hear
broke
it?
your glasses and I am sorry about that. But you still making me lost in your eyes.
Aww.
Dang you, Velma Dinkley.
You're so sweet, Insanity. Thank you.
In all
Zesty.
fairness, if I tried to pick up kimchi, I'd be worried about injuring myself as well.
Yeah, I gotta work out just so I can lift kimchi. That's essentially how it goes. Bunny, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Duke, what is up? How are you doing? Hater, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Hey girl, roses are red. You have pretty eyes.
Hater.
I just want to buy my face.
Oh
Deep
my
between your
God.
thighs, Antisera mischief.
Hater. Sam, you want to wish PR a happy birthday? Was not unique. That I don't know, to be honest with you, unless Twitch has some type of filtering situation. I guess Nightbot is for some reason doing that to you, Sam. I don't know why. It's not me. It's not me, I promise. It just has to be Nightbot getting angry. Exanimus, you really love blue eyes. What the eyes or second green eyes fell in love with? Yeah? Come over to the green eye side. Indy, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. C3 might potentially be with Pride at me by next week, so might officially become a qualified mental health first aider. Hey, look at you go. Wow. I'm secretly smacking all of our messages with my mind because my hands are here, so I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing it all with my mind. Like a psychonaut, like the psychonaut that I am.
So I was told by someone I work with that I was cute. Clingy, ugly, trash and easy to forget. And I can't lie, that's accurate.
Are you serious?
I had a great day, B, and thanks again
Chaco,
everyone for the
welcome
B-Day
to the stream. We're
wishes.
so happy to have you here. Alba, thank you so much for being a sub for 5 months.
Happy B-Day,
Thank you
PR.
so much, Alba. Thank you, PR. I hope you have the most amazing birthday. Insanity. Someone told you that you were cute, cleaning. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Told by somebody you work with that you were cute, clingy, ugly, trash, and easy to forget.
Heck
What does
no,
that
bitch,
mean?
I am fabulous.
Somebody can't call you cute and ugly at the same time. But also, too, if somebody was going to say something like that about you, then their opinion doesn't matter anyways. That would just be ridiculous. Firefox, not my birthday, it's PR's birthday. Not, oh, I see. Hater, thank you. Thank you. I see. That would just be so terrible, though, if somebody did say something like that. I'd have to beat them up for you. I think I'm gonna put my hair up. I'm so tired. I'm just so exhausted. How do I get this little piece?
Say, girl,
Hive.
are you raised butte in a quato cause I wanna kill you from getting so wet?
Well, you clearly played Psychonauts. Where is my... Hold on. How can y'all not hear my stomach? It's growling so loud. Let me find my hair clip real quick. I'll be right back.
Buttercup, how was your day today and are you feeling better? You always look so amazing and adorable, and can you believe it be August when we see your smiles again?
Where the heck did I put it? I've lost my hair clip. Okay, I found it. I'm back. Is it focusing? There we go. Okay. Yeah, you heard my stomach, right?
Girl, your STUMACH is louder than my car.
I'm telling you. My stomach is like,
At
this is what
Insanity's
food
Truth
is?
1,
I need more of this.
CUTE. Alright, B, come beat me up.
You're a Mexico pack? You travel so much. This is so insane. That's crazy.
Hey B, in Mexico with trash internet. I hope you're having an epic day.
Zesty, thank you for the bits. Burn, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. How are you? How are you? B needs to take up boxing like Dr. Mike. I'll fight Dr. Mike any day of the week. Any day of the week.
B, I may not
Nurse
be great at
versus
cooking
doctor.
dinner,
I will
but I
win,
sure
hands
as heck
down.
can make a mean breakfast. Stay the night and find out.
Insanity, it's like how you're always talking about making that mac and cheese. That's like your specialty. Try to get my feet up here without falling out of my chair. Hater, thank you. It's my favorite saying. Definitely my favorite saying. Ren, how are you doing? Dex, how are you feeling today? I physically feel much better. Mentally, I'm at my wit's
So
end.
now that you know my B-Day is July 28th, you have to add it to your calendar for next year. I'm a fan of Star Wars and Marvel, FYI.
I will note it, PR. I will note it. Exanimus, not fair for you to fight Dr. Mike. Yeah, we should do it. We'll have a little event. I will. I'll knock him out. Round 1. The funny thing is even if I fully extended my arm with him standing straight up, I literally wouldn't even be able to reach his face. But I'd slap him real good. But I wouldn't succeed. But I couldn't reach him anyways. It just smack. I mean, I'm sure he would just laugh. Love, what is up? How are you doing? What is up? What is up? Lisa, a diss track against V? Well, that will be interesting to see. Alba, your birthday next month. You wanna claim your carry? I will try my best, my friend. Alba, you're the one who always carries me. I haven't been playing, but my god. The Dark, welcome to the stream. First off, so you're saying you'd go Floyd Mayweather against Dr. Mike? That's right. He wouldn't even know. He wouldn't even know what hit him. The only way I would win against Mike is if I had a syringe with medication.
Oh, so you're gonna knock M
on a fair fight, I wouldn't.
Is there
there's
like
no
a
way.
sign-in sheet or first come first serve?
To knock people out.
So I went to the mall today and the amount of My Hero stuff I saw was crazy.
I did see My Hero Monopoly. I have seen that before. I don't know if I saw it online or if I saw it in person. But I do know that exists. I do know that exists. A B-52, that's right. I used to have a badge reel that was like a B-52 bomber, but it was like dropping syringes out of it. Moscow, thank you for the bit. Thank you. How are you, Moscow? How are you?
If your fight with Dr. Mike is a trial by combat, then you're within your rights to choose my Polish cow as your champion. It would end in utter defeat for Dr. Mike.
I like that.
Insanity, she literally wants to chemically knock me out. There is definitely no line yet.
You would have to be chemically.
I started streaming FF7 Remake and you would die from the sexy mods I added.
Sexy mods for Final Fantasy 7?
Too hot, but hope you can see them later XD.
What? I don't know how y'all can't hear my stomach growling. It is insane. What mods are these?
Did you know B taught Mo Ali the shuffle? He changed it from float like a lalafel, sting like a goobway, for marketing purposes.
Like a goobu? Girl, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
Knock me the heck out, B. Please, or crush my head with your thighs like a watermelon in those TikTok videos.
Insanity. Oh my gosh. Rao, thank you for the bits. Sam, you love Dr. Mike though. We all love Dr. Mike here. Don't you worry. We're all Dr. Mike stans. Dr. Mike is absolutely epic. We all love Dr. Mike here. Hater, what did you end up eating today that's making your stomach growl? No, I actually forced myself to go and get a poke bowl today for lunch. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to leave. Then everything in me too, like everything was just going horrifically wrong. Wolf, what's up? How are you doing? How are you? Yeah, and so anyways, like nothing was going right, and it was just so, there were so many things where I was like, how? I cannot believe you're even asking me these questions. It was just so absurd. Like everything was just going wrong. And then I was like, everything in me wanted to be like, hey, let me just like finish this protocol review and everything. And yeah, I didn't want to do it, but I forced myself to do it. And I was happy I did, because then I got my Pokeball and I got back and then it started like torrentially raining. And so then I felt like I earned some cookies. So then I had 4 cookies and then now I'm gonna make dinner after the stream. So I'm proud of myself. I had lunch and breakfast.
You not wanting to eat. Shouldn't be shocked, but yet I still am.
Insanity. Well, you know, it's like sometimes you just get so worked up over things that you're doing and that you're working on that you feel like you just don't have time to like leave and to do something. Especially when things just keep going wrong. And I'm like, how does this keep happening? And people are freaking out. And everybody calm down.
So I got myself a MHA ramen bowl set and my bro got me a Star Wars ramen bowl set. So I have one for both of us now.
What's on the My Hero ramen bowl? Reg, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you.
If you encountered a genie who offered you a single wish, the rules are 1. No wishing for more wishes. 2. No wishing someone dead. 3. No wishing someone back to life. You can have 24.
I would not want to age, and I would want immortality. And then my third one I have to think about.
I'm a fat kid bee. I make time to eat.
Insanity. I wish I had that problem. Like, literally in me, everything else is like, this other stuff is like way more important. But I know it's important, so I'm getting better at it. I'm working on it. And I forced myself to do it today, even when I didn't feel like it. Z3, I do hope you and Mike are proud of being a mental health first responder. I'd be down for a doctor versus nurse.
It's Deku and Bakugo and the Star Wars has Mondo.
Deku and Bakugo, that's so cool, PR. What'd you eat for your birthday? You better have eaten some good food. Hopefully ramen. What did you get for your birthday treat? I guess you're trying to add a command that did not come out right. Alba, I just wish to not eat.
Wait, I thought you already were immortal.
Possibly. Possibly. I would like to be immortal without having to sacrifice virgins for my for my immortality. I would like to have my immortality without having to kill others. It did work. Hater, hey girl, I'm not a dentist, but I can give you a filling after Jillian. Hater, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Also, I had my first appointment for my second round of VA appointments today.
That took so long.
8 a.m. was not a good time though.
Hear my stomach growling. Well, first off, VA hospitals are always
What
very
3 things would you
with.
want, but you wouldn't want to attain using a wish?
What 3 things would you want, but you wouldn't want to obtain? So like
hey
things
girl,
that are
I'm not a dentist,
actually
but I can give you a filling after
getting...
drilling you Antisera knife.
My stomach is just...
Buttercup, is this the real you sleeping and eating? Who are you?
I know, but I'm
You
still
just
so
need
exhausted.
fresh blood nutrients to keep your eternal immortality.
I'm
Crazy
so
it be
exhausted.
August when see your adorable smiles and giggles.
Right. My stomach is just like...
Sacrificing virgins. You talking to this group on stream makes perfect sense.
Y'all
now.
can hear my
Cheeky
stomach
smiley
growling. It's crazy. Medical Quackery, what is up? How are
Grandma's
you?
cooking so all the Puerto Rican
Long time no
five-star
talk.
foods. Fried fish, rice beans, and empanadas.
You're here to hear my stomach growling. I'm hungry.
Girl, I didn't go to the actual VA
Listen
hospital.
to my stomach.
It was a third-party contractor.
It's cracking me up. Insanity. Thank you so much for the bits. Medical Quackery. He's an absolute legend. He streams here on Twitch and stuff like that as well. At some point we need to play Valorant. Super, super epic guy. You should check out his TikToks and his Instagram. He's an absolute mad lad, absolute sweetheart, such a legend. Highly, highly, highly endorse this guy. He is such a sweetheart, and I wish him all the best. So, stomach growls and wine cheers to you, Medical Quackery. Thank you so much for stopping by. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. Forever.
Move the mic closer to your stomach. Turn this channel into ASMR.
My stomach is just like, hater. Thank you so much for the meds, PR. Thank you for the
have
meds.
to get you some of my grandma's food for you.
Med student versus nurse? Yeah. Who will be victorious?
Okay, piggybacking on yesterday's convo, I'm struggling with something in my professional life. What's legal isn't necessarily something that's morally right. Where does the great oracle that is B draw on to form her morals?
There goes my stomach. It's answering for you. But, I mean, I think whenever it comes down on morals and values and how you personally determine what is right kind of changes as you go throughout life. And I think it's a very unique thing that individuals struggle with.
Are you a fresh stack of lined ruled filler paper cause I want to make you well reamed?
Hi. My goodness. Thank you for the donation. Paul, where have you been? We have missed you. How are you doing? How are you? How are you? But Pat, I think that things change because I was thinking about this today. You know how we were talking about like bioethics and everything yesterday? So when we're talking about like euthanasia and basically assisting in...
I'm already working on your next gift package. Take a hint. It has to do with All Might insulated lunchbox. Oops, I gave it away. Antisera love.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Euthanasia, from an educational standpoint, I'll say it that way. That way, this is not just like based on opinion or anything like that. However, whenever you're dealing with something like euthanasia, when I was a kid, I didn't understand that. Actually, back in middle school, I wrote a paper on euthanasia, which is essentially like assisted killing of somebody who is in severe suffering, right? So it's almost, you could say it as like a mercy killing in a way.
So I also found a store near me that has all the Kit Kats you can think of.
Is it like a straight up Kit Kat store? Or is it like an Asian Kit Kat store? Japan has like literally the best Kit Kats. It's everything. And so anyways, when I was in middle school, whenever I wrote a paper about this, because it was like right about a topic that may be seen as like controversial. And I know that the majority of the kids that were in my group like wrote about like, oh, hunger, I don't want anybody to go hungry and stuff like that. I decided, for me being me, right, about
Would you be able to answer these questions from a B perspective and a professional perspective?
I can try, but also too, I don't think there's necessarily like a straight up full answer for that as well, right?
Euthanasia have been assisting in killings since the Edo period as ninjas. Just saying.
Hi, thank you for the donation. So that being said, whenever I was younger, I would think to myself, I was like, well, who are we to say, right? If you decide that, hey, this is what you decide to do, who are we to tell you no? Who are we to stop you? Now, obviously, the older I've gotten, that perspective has changed. I'm in medicine. Literally, my job focuses on the prevention of loss of life, and especially when I was in trauma. Like, obviously, now I'm in research. However, that being said, I mean, when it comes down to what is morally right and your values, I think that's usually like it's almost like your livelihood, your experiences through life just coalesce into this orb that is essentially like your morals, right? But euthanasia, I would support that as well. But people have different sets of values depending on the type of experiences that they've experienced, but also the perspectives and understanding of those experiences. Because you can have people who have had a very difficult life and they will deem themselves as like unable to get out of their circumstance. They can have a very terrible outlook on life. Let's say, like, we'll use nurses, for example, since I am a nurse, that they see terrible things all day long. So the way that they say it is like, I have every right to just be mean and to be short and to be cold and to be like callous. But do you really? But also too, do they even have the capacity of seeing beyond that? Because at their point, it's like a poor me perspective.
So let's make it easy. Do you think that right or wrong is relative, or are there universal morals or values? Because moral relativity is a slippery slope.
I mean, I would say that universally, I would say we have things as a society that we deem as correct and or wrong. You know, there are things like, I do not think that you should ever harm another person. I think that that is morally wrong based on my morals.
Look,
and
if
I think
I'm already
that
at the
is
door,
conducive to a
I want
society.
to go out on my terms. Preferably 140 miles per hour into a tree, but to each their own. Yeah, boy, don't want to depend on people with stage 4 lung, liver,
Insanity.
brain.
Thank you for the bits. My goodness. So, you could say that like killing is wrong, right? But then too, you have a situation of, it's like, let's say you're frolicking through the forest and you see little Bambi and you're like, oh, well, I don't want Bambi to die. I don't want a bear to come through and just like eat Bambi. But then also too, like, you may deem that as like an evil, but it is still like a necessary evil in a sense. Like, somewhere at some point, sometimes things sad must happen to continue life for that individual, right? You don't want the deer to die. Maybe you're like, no, it's a cute little deer. It's innocent. It's not trying to hurt anybody. But then also too, the bear needs to eat. So you can't just necessarily say that like, it is undeniably wrong. It may be perceived as an evil, but it is still a necessary evil. It is necessary to be conducive to life. However, that being said, whenever it comes down to moral values, I feel like moral values as a whole basically replicates what is conducive to society as a whole. Like, we can't go around hurting each other because then we wouldn't
Hospice
be
and
conducive as a
euthanasia should be
society.
viewed case by case, and anyone involved should feel honored to bring people in pain peace. Anyone that has had to hold someone and lovingly end their pain are angels and stronger than anyone could ever know.
Well, and that's an interesting perspective too, Hive, because if you've never seen how terrible that type of stuff can be, if you've never been the one, and I say this quite often too, I mean, there's a cost for everything, right? When somebody's literally grabbing onto you, like if they could just hold you hard enough, that it would be enough to like keep them in the land of the living, right? That has a cost. It always will and it always does. Agua, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Pac, thank you so much for the bits.
So is there a difference in the concept of
Abel,
morals,
thank you so much for the
values,
follow.
and ethics?
A
And that
difference?
Bambi had it coming to him.
There's always going to be a difference of morals, values, and ethics. It's much like I always describe too, like in the world, there's always like yin and yang, right? There's always black and white. And we need that. That's the thing. Just because I may not necessarily agree with your perspective on something, you know, I may say blue, you may say red. It doesn't mean that I inherently dislike you. Just like I say too, that's often people tend to be either logical or emotional. And the thing is that that person can rarely see the other side of it. So if you're gonna try to appeal to me or to get me to change my mind, you must appeal to my logic, not my emotion. Now, however, especially being like in a leadership position, I understand who I'm talking to. Am I talking to an emotional person? Am I talking to a logical person? And I'll adapt what I'm saying.
So which
based
of
on
those
that
things do you
individual.
place as a priority in your life?
What do you mean by my priorities? In which way? Like the morals, the values, and my ethics? What do I prioritize on my moral compass and standpoint? But, I think there's always going to be a difference in concept, but also too on both sides. Typically, once again, as a society, if it's conducive
Gotta
to
go lurker
society,
mode for D&D. I'll rewatch the lecture tomorrow at work. Also, my textbooks should be here Saturday, so I'll no longer be behind on HW.
Zesty, have fun at D&D. Have fun, have fun. We're gonna miss you, but I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. But yeah, whenever it comes down to the whole moral compass and everything, I mean, it's different, and it's also often
So you
changing.
think a person can only be logic or emotion? You don't think someone can use both when needed?
Oh, they can definitely use both when needed. I feel like I am a person that will often use both. I do not sympathize with an emotional standpoint as much as I sympathize with a logical standpoint, but that doesn't mean that I can't adapt to kind of see both sides. You have to kind of have that at some
Dragon
point.
96, don't you leave me, you punk. Wallace already left. Not you too.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Pack, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
So societal that balance is necessary, like B is good, and sanity bad. But how about internal? Is your optimal a balanced, like a true neutral D&D, which you're not BTW?
I would disagree with you. I still say, Issa, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. I do think that I'm more of a true neutral. Yalu, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. I mean, if anything, I may lean more towards like a chaotic
I'll still
neutral,
be here,
but I
just lurking, lol.
believe as a whole I am a true neutral. Zesty, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you,
Buttercup,
thank you.
I am eating
DX,
ramen
thank you
in
for the
honor for your
bits.
stomach growling and dumplings too.
Oh, I'm
It
so
is a
jealous.
slippery slope, but I believe it is a case-by-case basis. Love the medical chat streams. What is dinner for you, Bianca?
I don't know what I'm gonna make yet for dinner. I do not know.
Hey now, I am chaotic neutral.
Yeah, you're definitely chaotic neutral. Hands down, no questions asked. That being said, I think that whenever you look at somebody, let's take me for example, and you're like, oh, she's a nurse and she's in research. She's trying to like benefit humanity and so forth. I can understand that, but whenever it comes down to like a basis of what I'm talking about on specific topics, I may give pieces to things of how I feel and my viewpoints on them, but I don't think that you'll have like the full weight of everything, of my emotions towards things.
Hive is chaotic charming.
We can
You
actually
want
go
to
into
hate
that
me,
here.
but you just can't seem to keep me away.
Hi, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. I'm not a lawful good. I'm 1000% not a lawful good.
Definition of a lawful good. I'll die on that proverbial hill. You'll get a detail the moment I get home and send that dang package again.
Pack, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you.
Funny enough,
I'm telling
I'm
you
very
guys.
much true neutral as well, if not chaotic good. That said, most people don't think I am.
You, Retsu, I'd have to think about that a little more. Because I don't know if I would, in my mind, classify you as a true neutral. I can see why you'd say that, but I'd have to think more so. Of course, I don't have all the information, but just from perspective, I always think it's curious.
I'm just here to
why
watch the
people
world
believe
burn
these
and
things.
laugh my butt off at it.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I always think it's interesting to see the perspective of somebody whenever they think that they're one type of alignment or the other. But let me not try to fall off this chair. Here, I'm gonna fall off. But I think in the grand scheme of things, even whenever it goes down to like alignments
But B,
and so forth.
your feelings and emotions don't matter. You are defined by your actions, not your feelings.
That I am. But also there's a lot more about my actions.
You say
that
you
I
can't
don't talk
sympathize
about.
with an emotional
True, though.
standpoint, but I disagree. I think you just keep them emotions in check. But you recognize the positive and negative in emotions.
PR, thank you for the bits. Kuro,
From
thank you
someone
for
who
the
has
bits.
never played D&D, what would I be?
Kuro. I'm gonna think on that while my stomach growls, Kuro. I'm gonna think on that. Masters of War, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. I say I can't sympathize on their platform. God, my stomach is growling so loud. I can't sympathize on their platform of reasoning. I understand their mindset.
I
just
always
don't
try to
agree
keep
with
it balanced in my day-to-day work life, but I think I am more of an emotional person overall.
My stomach's growling. PR, thank you for the bits. Which is a good thing to be too. Like, it can be a very good contrast, but kind of like what I was going back to say about like true neutral. The thing is, when you take somebody like a nurse and you're gonna say, you know, typically those are good individuals. Not saying that I'm not good, okay? The thing is especially talking about bioethics and going into that more so, because that pertains to me more often currently in my job than it did previously. There's a lot of things that we do for research, especially whenever you're dealing. There's a lot of things that we do in research that really skirt the lines of ethics. Really skirt the lines.
Unless your panini drawer is messy and you live in filth, you're lawful, not chaotic. You do your homework like a semester in advance. Definition of lawful.
I'm telling you, I don't think you have all the information, Pack. I see where you're going.
I think I have a healthy balance of emotional and logical, but I lean more to emotional. Thanks, Mom.
Insanity. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. Luke, thank you for the
I
bits.
definitely see that balance of logic and emotion within you. I honestly feel like both logic and emotion can be matured and developed over time through experience.
Definitely. It'll always be a spectrum like that. It'll always be subject to change. The things that you think that you would never think, looking back in hindsight, can be vastly different.
It took her about a year to register her car. She was riding dirty for a while.
Yeah, I'm really bad about that. I'm really bad about those things. Kuro, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. My stomach growling. Duh, I'm an animal. I'm pretty easy to research. But, I mean, let's take animal research, even kind of straying away from the alignment, but just like in research in general.
So back to D&D. Can you make my character?
Make you a character? I need to get back to playing D&D when I have some time.
Homegirl riding dirty since 2014 or 2015.
My stomach growling. Yeah, it was something crazy, right? It was like 7 years or something.
And you
it was
wanted to be a
expired.
nun.
I don't know.
Come on, please.
It was a
You
long
don't do
time.
hot bee summer. Definition of good.
Yes. No, I do have a very strong moral code. That is for sure. And I did want to be a nun. And there's a reason why I fell away from that, you know? But kind of getting more so like into research and kind of, we can talk about the alignments too. I'm not over with talking with the alignments, but morally speaking, kind of.
Yeah, I
in the
know less
relation
than
of
Kuro, so
bioethics.
what will I be?
What will we be? Everybody is so curious about their
Here's
alignments,
chaotic
huh?
Latina. She is cool, collected and controlled until something sets her off, then she turns into a chain devil, except the chains are rosaries and the tips are chonklers.
Hi, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Lau, what is up? How are you doing? Let's say like animal research to begin with. There are times when places do research on, let's say, piglets, like baby piglets. And let's say they want to look at human baby nutrition. And so they will utilize fetal pigs because their intestines are the closest to human baby intestines. So sometimes it's, and I say bioethics in a sense that sometimes people think that that relates specifically to humans, but bio just means life in general. So living creatures, the ethics of dealing with living creatures. So, I mean, sometimes it's like there are things that happen that are bad and that are sad, but in a sense, it's kind of like trying to do it for the greater good. But then again, too, at what point in bioethics as well do you have the right to do something like that, right? I mean, that's usually the biggest struggle there. What is ethical and what is not ethical? Because, too, I mean, I get wrapped up in that stuff quite often as well. Silky, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Master, thank you so much for the bits. I have a problem with alignment charts and personality tests. I always feel like I fit in several different categories. And that's perfectly fine as well. I mean, that's usually part... I think everyone kind of does too. I don't think that anybody can specifically be like pigeonholed into one thing. I think they're kind of like a mix of both. But on the grand scheme of things, I think people tend to fit into one or the other, kind of like a Hogwarts house. You know, you're either like
How do
Slytherin,
you feel about the term the
Ravenclaw.
greater good? Is it a genuine concept, or is it a way to justify bad things?
No, I definitely think that it's a genuine concept. And I'll say that more so in like, let's say that for a massive tragedy. And let's say triage. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know who a triage is, like in a medical term speaking, you essentially give people tags. And you have green, like you're good and you're stable, you're okay. Orange, you're kind of on the fence. Red, you are very critical, you need assistance immediately. And then black, you may even be alive, but you are
an alignment,
past
but
saving.
choosing an alignment means you're expected to RP your character that way. Alignments don't apply to IRL things at all.
Hi. Thank you for the donation. But yeah, I got you.
The greater good? Hot fuzz vibes intensify.
What's up, Snack? How are you? Insanity.
OMG, who is this beauty? Is not B, there's no glasses.
Pablo, what is up? Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pack, thank you for the bits. Thank you.
We took entire classes on this at the Air Force Academy. Is it moral to bomb a city? To lie if you're a spy?
Right.
I think that's why you need a solid non-relative moral base, or you can justify all kinds of evil actions.
You can justify all kinds of evil actions, but you would also want somebody in your team that would fit that role, right? Like if you were, let's say, the leader of that unit, you'd want to find people who's, morally speaking, are going to fit into the need that you need for that mission, right? There's a variance of different people. So it also depends on what your moral code is that is leading that, because you can create a team that is going to back that notion to bomb a city or to lie if you're a spy, you know? People have a very interesting innate worth when it comes down to that stuff, and a very interesting mix on what you want the outcome to be. My stomach is growling so much. But yes, you know, when it comes down to like triage and stuff like that, I mean, imagine getting a black card and you're still alive. Basically getting handed, like, you
Like
will
the
not
Suicide Squad lol.
make it. Yeah, exactly, Pac. Exactly. You know, because you have to think about what it is that you're trying to do and like what your morals are. And let's say that you have a team, let's say that you're doing some type of research study, and then you're the PI, you're the principal investigator, and you've been funded millions of dollars to get this thing done. You're gonna align a team that is gonna back you to reach what you want to get, you know? You're gonna cherry pick.
As far as bombing a city, they shouldn't have been doing bad guy things or hiding bad guys. Glassing a country is the easiest way to end a war, but people don't have the stomach for it.
Insanity. Thank you for the fix. Thank you, thank you. But I mean, so at that point, it's really only the moral compass of that main person, right? Because if I was funded to do something that I was hell-bent on getting, I would cherry pick anybody I needed to get to my end goal. You know? And that's just being honest, and I feel like the majority of people are. So at the end of the day, it would my moral compass is gonna matter more, right? Because I'm gonna pick the team that is gonna further my notion of what I want.
All I have to say is that be glad people like B have morals. Imagine that knowledge and skill set completely unchecked.
Who says it's checked? I'm kidding. I mean, who says? Who says? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm in check. I'm in check. My room of oddities. Hater, what's something you spend your millions of budgets on? I mean, I like bioengineering. I always have, I always will. That's basically my main focus.
Retsu, you should know better than anyone. Lol. Antisera knife.
Susty, thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. I think there's a whole world of things, you know, kind of like how I was talking yesterday, of things that we can do and things that we can assist with. I just think you need the right.
So would you hire
right
someone to do electroshock on someone if it had a potential of curing cancer, even if it wasn't something that you could morally do? Nah, let B go full mad scientist. I'd love to see what comes out of her demented brain. And I mean demented in the most loving way.
You would be amazed, Insanity. You would be amazed.
If you could splice yourself with any animals, which would you choose?
If I could splice myself with an animal? There's actually a lot of options. I'd have to really think about that. Because then you're starting to get into like biomimicry things, right? Like a gecko that can like scale the walls. You're getting into biomimicry, which is a very interesting field. Very new field, mind you, as well. But I would have to, think on that one. Pack. So would you hire someone to do electroshock on someone if it had the potential of curing cancer, even if it wasn't something that you would morally do? Yes, I would hire somebody who would be willing to do the ECT therapy on a willing, voluntary participant. By saying, listen, this is informed consent. There's a possibility of these types of reactions. But also, too, if you have cancer and that this is your only chance of curing it, would you be willing to possibly undergo this research study? And if they agree to be a test subject, then I personally would not want to perform the ECT. Now, however, if I had the ability to cure cancer by doing something like an ECT, I would be more willing to perform that myself versus just shocking someone based on
I feel so bad hearing your stomach growl. As much as I enjoy this discussion, I hope you eat something good.
Well, we're right at the end of the
Antisera
stream,
love.
too. So don't you worry, I'll figure out something to eat here in a second.
Okay, my issue. I have to back congressmen that I know are doing unethical things, but not illegal. Is that right or wrong on my part if I back them?
I mean, at some point you have to back the lesser evil, right?
Hey B, I volunteer. Either I am cured or it's suddenly not my problem.
Insanity, thank you for the bits. American, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you. You have to back your congressman that you know is doing unethical things. I mean, theoretically speaking, you wouldn't want someone to be in that position that you didn't back, but then of course, too, we have a variance of different ideologies, right? Like, literally a black and white type yin and yang situation, and even if they fall on the spectrum that you personally are not a fan of, they were theoretically properly elected to be there.
Where are all these questions coming from? Did you post the homework assignment and I miss it? Do you think I can get some after stream tutoring?
I don't even know how we even like fully got onto this topic, right? It's interesting.
Hey girl, I heard you're into role playing. I'll be Burger King. You can be Subway. You can have it your way, and I'll eat fresh everyday Craigasm.
Thank you for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. But let's say, for instance, once again, oh god, I don't want to fall off this chair. Pat, that comes down into your moral code as well, because you can have a person that say, I don't like your mindset, even if you were elected to be there, I still don't like you, so I'm still not going to back you.
We out here
and
being Alice. Down the
people.
rabbit hole we go. Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. Cogs,
Welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. Super small, super small.
So in your mind, legal trumps morality, because morals are relative on a sliding scale?
Not necessarily. There are definitely loopholes. Zero, thank you so much for the follow. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. American, I am awesome. How are you doing? But you also have the side that will say, if you follow the due processes to get there, maybe I don't agree with you, but I will still back you. But, you know, that just all comes down to people's mindsets just in general. This is Doug. Hello, Doug. This is B. Welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you here. But yeah, it's always curious whenever it comes down to just morality in general, because nobody's gonna have the same type of moral code. And some people will just say, no, I don't care what that gets me. I don't care what benefit that this has. I refuse to do it. Other people may say, but it's for the greater good. And we need a different mix of people like this because it keeps other people in check. You could possibly say, PR, thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. PR, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, PR. So much. Their birthday subs, they're even better. They're even more special subs. PR, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, PR. In here, cheers to you on your birthday, PR. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Insanity, thank you so much for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Insanity, that is so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so kind. Thank you both. That is so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so kind. Hater. Thank you for the 26 gifted subs and for hitting the sub goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hater. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much. Cheers. Cheers to all three of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so sweet of you guys. Thank you. That is so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Dog. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. PR, thanks for hanging with me on my birthday. Maybe next time we'll be prepared with readings. I mean, okay, so I still want to, oh my gosh. I still want to go, I want to post things on Instagram for you guys to read and to think about and to give me your own opinion about.
Buttercup, sometimes sacrifice is needed for the greater good. Who are we to decide what's wrong? Plus the ramen and dumplings was good. Thank you for always the amazing stream. You are the highlight for everyone's week.
If
Please
not you, if not me, DX, then who is the question?
Gotta
DX,
match my boy on his B-day.
Thank you. Insanity, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Captain Jack, thank you so much. That was cool. Captain and then Jack. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. And Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. But yes, I do want to post about it. The only thing is well, I guess it's always the excuse, right? Like, I work 60 hours, I go to school a lot, and I start back up with school more so full-time, because I've had like a little bit of a mini break for these past few weeks, pretty soon, but I'm also in 2 research projects as well, which is kind of what I focus on after I finish these streams. I have a lot of stuff to review, and I have a lot of medical scans to review, which is very interesting, very fascinating. I'm just exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. And Kuro, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you. This is gonna take a little bit to like go through. Cog school is stupid. Who knows? Who knows? That physics life That physics student life. What
Have you heard about the nurse everyone been complaining about because of her figure?
I haven't.
It's not her fault that she got a thin waist and huge boobas.
No, I don't know which nurse you're talking about. I've been so away from social
Thanks
media
for hanging
so
with
much.
me on my B-Day. Maybe next time I'll be prepared with my readings. Nah, I'm going back to FF after this lol.
PR, I hope you get something good to eat though. You better order yourself something good. Snackly, make a return to TikTok. Yes, I will one of these days. It may not be consistent, you know, but I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. I try so hard. I try so hard. I will just read these. Insanity, then do it, be something about it, and just do it. Just do it. Like the beam. Kuro, as the stewards of the ship, we are not the ones who determines what is right and wrong for everyone on it. Oh, as the stewards? Possibly. But there's some people who have different types of justifications.
Then do
you
it,
know?
B. Stop thinking about it and just do it. As the stewards of the ship, are we not the ones who determine what is right and what is wrong for everything on it?
We do, and I guess that depends on what you deem as right or wrong to lead them in that way,
Yeah, my
right?
teachers lied to me. I do have a calculator in my pocket at all times. School
Yeah.
was worthless.
I literally always have my graphing calculator in my purse. Telling you, like, say you're a physics major without
If you
saying you're
need
a
a
physics
full
major.
body massage after work, B, I'm willing to come down and rub you all over.
Hater, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
B, I've had bad ADD all my life. I've always had a hard time coming up with my own opinions on certain things.
Which is good too, so then you can listen to variants of other people's opinions and see which ones you agree with and
You
which ones you
touch
don't.
your chin at some point if you want me to bring over pizza and a horror movie. The horror movie is to cover up your screams and the pizza is for breakfast. Huey hu 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 po poke pog lililit poke poke go.
Hi, thank you for the donation. My goodness.
Post whenever you can. We all understand, and it would be fun to get me thinking critically on quotes. Antisera love.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. PR, thank you for the bits. Wait, no, I
I
specifically
said
didn't touch
earlier
my
I
chin
had
after
grandma's
that.
cooking, but you didn't hear it. Your stomach growls were too loud lol. B, I meant a cell phone. But you do you boo boo.
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. Yeah, I know what you mean, for sure. Alright, you guys, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Actually went over by a little bit, but you guys by far are the highlight of my week. You guys mean everything to me, even with like such a crazy week that I've had this week, like breaking my glasses. Just work has been insane. Things are just so crazy, so crazy. It's like as soon as I try to like get things in order, and then too you have family on top of it. And what drives me crazy is like sometimes I have this family member, she'll say such passive aggressive things, and then whenever I call her on it, and then I'm like, okay, so everything's okay now, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I mean things are okay for you, I guess. I wish I could be that way. I wish I could just instantly just snap out of it, but regardless, it's neither here nor there. But I love you guys so much. You guys mean everything to me. I'm going to try my best to post things on Instagram. I can't promise it. You guys know. I mean, I try my best. I do try so hard. But the stream for next week is going to be the same time as it has been. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. CST. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys so much for hitting the sub goal. That is so sweet of you. As soon as I can get back to Final Fantasy, I promise you, I will be back to it. I want to get back to it so bad. I wish I could go more into depth of what I do for my job and the insanity that is, in addition to being a physics student, in addition to being on 2 research projects. It's been insane, but I love you guys so much. DJ, thank you so much for the follow.
You get to FF before Instagram.
Insanity, thank you so much for the bits. We shall see. Dagisha, what server are you guys on? Sargatanis? I think is what it is. Or is it Sargeras? What is my WoW?
Just let me know a day in advance.
One is
before
WoW
you
and
do.
one is Final Fantasy.
I need to clean your room.
Which one is which? Sargatanis. There we go. Thank you, hater. I was like, I always want to say Sargeras. I was like, wait, no, that's the that one. All right. PR, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see here. Let's see if I have someone to raid. Is Hive streaming? He is streaming. Okay, so we will raid Hive.
You better come look at my sexy mods or I'ma cry forever and you touched your chin BTW.
Hive, alright, here. We'll go look at your mods real quick. Let's see. My eyes. How is this happening? Look at how loud this is, right? It's like my mic is right next to my, it's right next to my keyboard. Alright, so you guys know the drill. We're gonna raid Hive. He just started streaming recently. He's epic. He's our mod here. We're gonna go look at all these mods. Let's see. Let's see if it wants to cooperate, because last time it didn't want to work. So let's see. Hive. We'll start our raid. Get it ready. Alright, so I love you guys so much. We're gonna raid. Oh, damn.